And I find that so interesting because for me, always it's been a country of absolute freedom for me, okay? But I understand that we live in a society where you have to kind of make a living, you have to pay the bills, you have to kind of like, all these things that you have to do as a human in society. So, and I'm also working, I have a, I guess, a 9 to 5 job. And so I know exactly what you mean there. And at the same time, that's so cool that you also found a way to, through your artistry, kind of express yourself in Japan, which I find that so interesting. I always feel like recently, because I used to live in Japan a long time ago and now I'm back. And then I used to again, so it's my third time actually living here in different times of my life. But I feel like it's changed a lot and there's more foreigners here as well. And so the art scene also obviously changed, and also in general, like just the Japanese way of doing things changed. But I always feel like the foreigners here are also here to sprinkle a little bit of like collective. If you look at the collective consciousness of Japan, I feel like we're sprinkling a little bit of like craziness and alienness here.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember or if you were in Japan at the time, but back in the day, the Zairyu Kado that you have as a foreigner, it was called like alien registration card.
Oh.
Do you know that? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
And I swear there was an alien picture. Maybe I'm tripping, or it's the Mandela effect. I'm not sure. But it was called alien registration card. And all foreigners had to get this alien registration card. And I think at one point they were like, we should maybe not name this alien registration card, because it was offensive or whatever, maybe. But at the time, I found that so funny. And I think there was a little alien on it. Man, like, I don't know, but someone correct me in the comments if this is craziness, if that never happened. But now it's called like Zairyu Kado. So it's just I don't even know what it's called in English. Do you know what it's called in English?
Either. No idea.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's so cool. So you're interacting.
Residence
card.
Residence card.
Thank you. The residence card. So sorry, I went on a completely different tangent, but that's so cool that you kind of found your way in a different country and are following your passion and like doing that. And yeah. And like, since when? So this is my next question, but like, since when have you opted out of the 9 to 5?
So when we moved here, I didn't really have a job. So we moved here and my husband was working as an English teacher and we were way out in the countryside. And I was trying really hard to get my stuff up and running because I figured, I could spend this time that we're in this really cheap area of living and I can get to the point where I'm making enough income on my work, on my art and my creations. And at that point, really my manga and comics and stuff, I figured, might as well go full on into it. And I did that for a couple years and it did not turn out well. It did not succeed. I had to go back and I had to go get a job. So I was not able to get my comic book to make any kind of money. We were running Kickstarters, we were doing things, and if anything, I lost money on most of the Kickstarters with shipping and everything after the fact. So it's like I have some books to show for that time and effort, but the amount of work that went in to the amount that I was able to bring home support for my family was not working out. So I ended up getting a job, and I did that for a couple years, 2 or 3. Can't quite remember. And then we moved here to Tokyo. And just before we got here, I started doing VTubers like the year before. And that started bringing in some consistent income. So I was starting to actually get something to take off. But it wasn't really until these last 2 years where it really was like, okay, I don't think I need to go out and get a job.